Fire TV Amazon Recast box. It has been discontinued by Amazon. However, there's a reason for it. It is the best way to cut the cord, and here's why. Stay tuned. Now first, you have to get away from your crazy dogs. Next, you have to have a really good antenna. They're not that expensive, maybe $50. And you want to mount it stationary. They usually come with the mount. Anywhere on your roof, probably one of the highest points. Mine moves sometimes because of the wind. As you can see, I have an extension pole at the top. However, you do not need that, and you tighten it down, it shouldn't move. You point it directly towards your local towers, which there's an app to do that. Just so you know, despite the fact that I have trees, I am still getting great service. Okay, so like you can get free apps like RCA Signal Finder. It will help you know where the tower is. It's gonna look for all those major networks, okay? And then I'm gonna go select all. I'm gonna hit next. You see this? So this is how you turn your phone. Just as you saw on my roof, it is pointed directly in that direction, okay? That is how you find the local towers. You just turn your phone, that will be the direction of your antenna on the roof. It's that easy. And you'll point this way because it's lined up with this tower. Make sense? Now, as long as you have any kind of Fire Stick or Fire TV Q, Fire device on your TV will work with this. But you gotta have that big Recast box that I showed you in the beginning, and there's a reason for it. So normally your coaxial, where your cable comes in, that's gonna plug into your Recast box. That's why you need that. The Recast box is capable of receiving reception from that antenna, which puts it into your TV. If we look at the back of the Recast box, there's the coaxial in. So in your living room or your bedroom, wherever you're running your main line in, it'll just plug directly to that. There's no running any crazy wires because your wires should already be pre-installed from Spectrum, Time Warner, DirecTV, any of those. All right, next we'll turn on our TV. So you've got a Fire Stick or your Recast box. This is what it looks like. We all know that this is what a Fire Stick looks like, where you can access all your apps and so on and so forth. Now, if you go to live TV, it's right here. Scroll down, channel guide. All the ones that have hearts on the left here are my saved favorites. So they're always at the top, okay? So locally, my antenna on the roof picks up CBS, NBC, Fox, ABC, basically all the main local networks. That antenna shooting through the trees gets all the local networks. Now you're probably wondering, where am I getting all this extra stuff? Well, that's all free. And there's hundreds of channels that are free that you can surf through. These are the rest of my antenna channels. This is how many channels it found. Now, Sling TV. You can download the Sling TV app and get free weather and all this wonderful jazz. It's endless. Why would you not want to cut the cord, people? Okay, now I'm gonna go back to the main page. Remember, we went to live TV and guide. That's how simple the Recast box cutting the cord with an antenna makes it, okay? Now, if I go to my settings, and I go to live TV, this is when you initially set up the Recast box. You're gonna go to sync sources. Fire TV Recast. And then you'll do a channel scan, just like you would on your TV, old school style, and search for channels. This way, it does it through your Recast box. It's also a DVR, and you can record shows locally right on the device itself. So all in all, that's how that works. These are all free apps that I've downloaded on my Fire Stick that add me hundreds of more channels into the one massive channel guide. If you go to manage channels, wow, what does that say? 931 channels. I have 10 favorites, you know, as you saw with the hearts on the side with my local channels. And that is it. It hasn't failed me since I've had it for the last 2.5 years. This thing has saved me hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I got it on a steal on an Amazon flash sale. However, Amazon discontinued the Recast box because the customers aren't buying enough of them. Probably because they overcharged for them. They're really overpriced. If you see here though, like the Weather Channel, you know, like premiums, HBO Max and stuff like that, you got to pay for that. I am pretty sure I'm paying for the Weather Channel through Amazon for like $4 or $5 a month. It actually might be $2 a month. It's really cheap. I do get the Weather Channel and I don't even pay for cable, okay? But I do pay, like I said, the $2 to $5, whatever it is a month. Just let it load up. Okay, special coverage. What's going on here? As you can see, it's live. I have the Weather Channel for free. Not for free, but almost free. It's cheap. It's an extra add-on that I pay for just to have in case of an emergency. So we turn on the TV. We just want TV to be normal. We don't want all this craziness. So we just go to guide, right? And normally in the mornings, we'll turn on NBC and watch the news, right? It loads up, and I'll show you how crystal clear this picture is, folks. And sometimes it might take a little longer to load, just depending on the weather. Okay, there it is. So that NBC is one of the farthest towers away, so that took a lot longer than usual, of course, for video purposes. But one that's usually pretty quick, CBS, that's one of the closer towers. It should load up pretty good. And you have to have an internet connection. As long as you've got internet, the Recast box can be plugged in via Wi-Fi, so it doesn't have to be directly wired into your router or anything like that. Works pretty good. And there you have it. Okay? Crystal clear channels, no loss, no nothing. All right, so typically if you go out to your house, somewhere on the side, there should be a box where your cable comes in, where your cable company comes and hooks up all your cable and internet and wonderful stuff. Okay, mine's all in here. It has splitters in here. One goes to my bedroom, which is where you saw the Recast box, and the other one goes to the living room, which I don't use the living room. I use the living room line in for my cable. I pay for Spectrum cable, so I have the cable line going directly to my TV, to the router in the living room, and then I have the other line going to my TV in my bedroom. Now, I ran my own wire all the way to my antenna. However, you can use pre-existing wire from like a satellite dish or Spectrum or anything like that, but you will need some coaxial, and you'll need to run it if you want to go directly to your box. Super easy. You can put it up with a staple gun or any kind of like mounting hardware, screws, brackets, whatever. But that's how you tap into your cable line, so you don't have to do any hard wiring inside your house or anything like that. So that's pretty cool. One thing I will point out is you're probably wondering, well, why do I have the Recast box in my bedroom when I'm primarily watching main TV in the living room? And I showed you that it works just fine in the living room, as long as you've got a Fire Stick or any kind of Fire TV device, right? It's simple. The Amazon Recast box actually works for two devices, or allows for two tuners. So even though the main tuner is in my bedroom and the main line in is in my bedroom, it still broadcasts the same channels over to my living room TV, which is really awesome. So you can have up to two areas in your house showing TV. It also works on the Fire TV app on your phone. So if you're away from the house, you can watch live TV, local TV from your house. Pretty cool, right? Splitter looks like this is what's in that box outside of the house. So one line is going to the living room for cable. The other line is going to my bedroom here for cable. Internet cable, sorry. This main line here is your main line that will split. And this line is going to be where your antenna is. So this will be antenna out, antenna in, and this will be your cable out. Make sense? Cool. Well, guys, that wraps it up pretty much for the Fire TV. Like I said, you can just use it if you're just like me, you don't watch a lot of TV. We just only watch the local channels, as you see here. However, if you want to add 900 something more, then you just download a whole bunch of free apps. Once you download all those free apps that I showed you, and some of these free apps are, you'll see these are all free. None of this is paid. So you got the Recast, 34 channels found with my antenna. Sling, Freebie, Pluto, Plex, Zumo, all this stuff's free, and I think there's even more. Like I got 279 channels with Freebie, 378 channels with Sling. All those get added into the channel guide once you've installed the app and opened it. So let's say you want to add more channels, you just search, be like Sling TV, and it'll take you to download the Sling TV. But I already have it downloaded, so it's just bringing it up. And then Sling TV has its own channel guide and channels. However, it'll put them into your main channel guide and just make everything clean and crisp. Hope that helps you guys out. Have a great day. Save money, cut the damn cord.